Hey guys, just doing a little bit of time on the book today. Now we're going to be talking about exploratory engagements. What the heck are exploratory engagements? And yes, that is a term that I made up. Let me know if you find it anywhere else because I don't want any copyright infringement issues there. Exploratory engagement. So this is all about the first attribute of a purposeful college student. They explore and they experiment. How do you explore and experiment? Again, this is the idea that you have to figure out why you want to go to college. You want to figure out what you want to do at college. You have to figure out if college is going to be worth it, what your field of study is going to be, what you should major in, dual major, minors, clubs, internships, how that's all going to apply to a specific career. What kind of career do you want to do? How do you get these answers? How do you figure this stuff out? I've categorized my answers to these questions in 7 different groups, 7 different methods, 7 different exploratory engagements that you can do as a student to get answers to these questions. Truly, these exploratory engagements are applicable to far more than just college students or high school students, but I'm specifically framing them for college right now. Exploratory engagement number 1, I call reflect. This is where we're looking within ourselves. This is where we're trying to answer questions about like what's interesting to me, what do I spend a lot of time doing, what do I lose track of time doing, what stuff do I not enjoy doing, what do people say I'm really good at, what kind of compliments do I get, how do I spend my free time, how do I wish I was spending my free time, to figure out passion specifically, and then maybe think about how that could apply to a career. Okay, what kind of, again, thinking within yourself, what kind of job environment do I want for a career? Am I going to be working at a desk? Am I going to be working with my hands? Am I inside? Am I outside? Am I working with other people? Am I working by myself? You're just asking yourself these questions and you're trying to answer them the best that you possibly can. No exploration can happen without a lot of internal reflection. And this reflection aspect is a critical piece to all the other exploratory engagements as well. So what are the other ones? Number 2 is research. Research is when we can jump online, we can read articles, we can listen to podcasts, we can watch videos, we can listen to interviews, we can chat with AI, we can look up websites, we can look up job descriptions, we can look up college websites and all these different resources online. We can read, we can listen to audiobooks as well to just get the answers to the questions that we're looking for. I mean, it could help with passion, it could help with finding a career, but maybe it could be, what school should I go to? Okay, reflection, that's a good step. Let's also do some research. So I'm gonna hop on the college website and I'm gonna look at the about section, I'm gonna look at the mission statement, I'm gonna try and look at what student experiences are. I'm gonna look at all their different offerings for programs that I could study, different majors. I'm gonna look at the clubs, I'm gonna look at graduation rates, I'm gonna look at internship placement rates. So much that I can just find online, on my laptop, at my desk. This is what research is, but you should also definitely get creative. It's not just looking at the website. Yeah, you should definitely look at books. You should definitely listen to podcasts. You should definitely look up the videos about the president of the university and the latest talk that they gave or something like that. There's so much that you can do when it comes to research. Number 3, exploratory engagement is ask. Ask is when you are approaching a real person and talking to them about it. Advice that a lot of people give that's related to this is informational interviews. If you don't know what an informational interview is, this is where you call someone up or you go visit them in person and you ask to have a talking session with them. You ask to take 15 minutes of their time or 30 minutes or whatever you think is appropriate to interview them. You don't need to say that you want to interview them, but you can go up to them and say something like, hey, I know you do this for a living. And I'm actually really interested in that career and I'm going to college and I'm trying to get a lot of answers to career related questions. Is there any chance I could sit down with you at this coffee shop at this time for 30 minutes to just ask you about your day-to-day work, ask you about your job and what you do and learn a little bit more about it? Good tip. You will be very surprised at how many people say yes to a request like that. But I'm not diving into the nitty-gritty here. I'm just explaining what the exploratory engagements are. So ask is, where you're just talking to people and you're trying to get as much information as you can from people that have done the thing that you're looking at or are doing the thing that you're looking at. So you're trying to figure out what school. Okay, let's look up some alumni. Let's look up some current students. Let's just talk with them. You're looking at a specific career. Okay, let's look at professionals in that area or ex-professionals or soon to be. Or you're trying to figure out what is it that I'm passionate about and I want to really figure this out so I can apply it to my career, but I don't know where to start. Okay, let's ask people about it. The ask portion of exploratory engagements is always best started with family. Just go start talking and grill your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, your siblings. It's a great way to do that. Okay, 4th exploratory engagement is watch. No, this is not watching videos. Watch is the aspect of job shadowing. You're going to sit down with someone and you're going to see real time what they are doing. This is most often used for research and answering questions about career and what job I want to do, what am I going to enjoy. But you can also do it with college as well. I'll get to that in a sec. So if you're doing the watch exploratory engagement, then you're going to call up a professional. You want to learn more about their job, and you're going to sit down with them at their job, or you're going to walk along with them or ride along with them, whatever they do for a job. And you're just going to observe what they do. Maybe they're going to let you do a little bit of hands-on stuff. You're probably going to be able to conduct an informational interview at the same time. You're just going to see firsthand what it is. If you're using the watch exploratory engagement for figuring out what school you want to go to, call up your friend that goes to X school and go spend a weekend with them. You're going to sleep in their dorm. Maybe you can attend a few classes. You're going to walk through campus and attend a few activities, a few things to help you get a firsthand experience of what it is at that school. This is watch. Okay, number 5 exploratory engagement is belong. This is where you can join the group, join the club, join the professional association, where people are in and out of whatever industry, school, field, whatever it is you're looking to explore. There's probably a group for it. If you're trying to use this exploratory engagement for getting questions answered about a career, then join a professional association. Or if you're already an active student, join a club. Or if you're trying to learn more about passions, I'm sure there's a group for that somewhere as well. Whatever it is you're trying to figure out, there's a good chance that there's a community for it. This also includes online communities. Reddit, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups can all be very helpful for this. Join the group, belong to it, get more exposure to learn more about it. Okay, learn. The learn exploratory engagement is when it's primarily courses and classes and trainings. This is where you're sitting down to be formally taught whatever it is you want to be taught about. If you're looking to learn more about coding, take a quick 2-hour course that you find online for free, or watch some videos training specific bits of coding. I'm not a coder, so maybe that's totally useless information. Or I'm a high school student looking to assess my options for college. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of course or one-day training that my school puts on, or maybe if not mine, a neighboring school is going to do, for soon-to-be college students about applications, application essays, about picking what school you want to go to. I'm sure there's some sort of class for that. Or say I am a college student and I want to learn more about the music program. Maybe I'm deciding whether or not I want to major in music, or if I want to major in art or science, whatever it is. Let's take some elective classes. I can take classes to figure that out. There's also tons of online courses that you can take. Okay, the very last exploratory engagement is do. This is where when you want to learn about something, you just go and do it. If you want to figure out whether or not a career in law is going to be good for you, try to get a job in that industry. Now, maybe that's a bad example because there's some barriers of entry there. I want to learn more about the trades. Say I'm thinking seriously about being an electrician or something. Let's go get a job that's as close to that environment, if not in that environment, that I can get. And let's do the hands-on work, even if it's just for a summer. An internship helps you learn. Volunteer experience helps you learn. Being in the company that has a similar department next door, or if you can get in a rotational program. The do exploratory engagement is when the hammer is in your hand and you're figuring out whether or not you like whacking things with a hammer every single day, so to speak. Okay, let's recap our 7 exploratory engagements. Reflect, is where we think inside ourselves. Again, applicable to all the next ones. Research is where we're reading things online in books, in videos, figuring things out from there. Ask, informational interviews. Watch, this is job shadowing or college student shadowing. Belong, joining community groups. And then there's learn, which is taking the class, taking the online course, and being accountable to a teacher or a system. And then number 7, do, actually getting the job and doing and trying it out for a little bit, the leap of faith to get it done. These are all getting bigger and bigger in terms of commitment. So if you're first starting to learn about something, then it's going to be reflect, research, and ask. If you're getting pretty solid about an idea and you're really wanting to get into it a little bit more and continue to validate, because you should always be validating, then that's where belong, learn, and do will come into play. These are super, super valuable. If you're a college student, you should be a seeker. You should be one that's always exploring, one that's always experimenting and trying to get answers to the very, very critical questions that you are asking yourself as you get started. If this was helpful for you, please follow for more.